Hi.
Hey y'all, hey. Oh my God, it's Wednesday.
I
It's
know it seems
Wednesday.
like it takes forever to get here.
I know it's hump day though. Hey, those that are
Woohoo.
working, it's hump day. You only have 2 more days to go.
I
Anyway,
don't
well,
work, so it don't even matter.
all right. Shout out to
Sorry,
all those
y'all.
that haven't retired yet.
Right.
Uh, hey, I'm Jamie,
And I'm Sonia.
and we are why
Why? Because we
because
said
we
so.
said so. We did good that time.
We did. We did. We are getting better.
We are getting better. We trying. We trying. Okay, so we welcome you all to our little show that we like to do on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and and we just like to sit and talk about stuff we see on social media. All the stuff that people put on social media, man. I'm like, oh my God, like this is crazy. And people always like to say stuff is fake. I'm like, trust me, it's a kabillion people in this world somewhere. This has happened in real life. So I like to find real life stuff. So anyway, here we
Yeah.
go. So go
So
ahead.
this one is going to be very interesting because I believe that Jamie and I are on different sides of the fence on this one.
Yes, we are.
So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this to you. Let me pull it up because I'm going to put it on the screen, but I'm also going to read it. So hold on. Whew, I got so many pictures in my phone. I don't even know which direction to go. I
Oh
think I'm
my
going to,
God.
girl, I think I'm going the wrong direction. Look. Oh, I was. I was
Yeah,
going the wrong direction.
it's
Okay.
rare that
I'm
we
writing it.
disagree. So
It
when
is.
we
It is.
disagree, I feel Sonya bullies me.
Oh, I do not. So here we go. This is from Anonymous. My son broke curfew last night. I made him stay outside. He's 17 and was supposed to be home at 1:30. He didn't get here until 3:30. I had his location the entire time. I just didn't unlock the door. Around 4, he left to get some food and had an accident. I'm at the hospital right now typing this post. He's all banged up with the dislocated shoulder. His car is total, but he's alive. 3 year starter at his high school, going into his senior year, and look at him. Good thing it's not his throwing arm. Down for 2 months. The point of this post, you can't feel bad on the decisions that other people make. His mom was up here acting a fool because I didn't let him in the house. One mistake led to him leaving and crashing out. Everybody mad at me because I didn't let him in the house, which caused him to break another rule. My house, my rules. If you don't like it, all they can go. Okay.
Bull crap. I am anti what he did. I tell you why. Especially in the climate that we're in. A young teenager outside in the middle of the night. Yeah, he came in late. I get all of that. He could have came in, you could have whooped his butt. I'm an advocate for that. You could have taken the car. You could have said you're not playing football. Whatever you could have done. But to leave him out, it's ridiculous. In this climate, if the police would have pulled him over, the kid could have ended up dead just on what did I do, sir? I mean, that's the climate we're in. We all know, especially Black folks, know that if being pulled over by the cops, you don't have to do anything to get shot. We don't have to see what happened before because we know what happened before. Nothing. So the fact that you would leave your child outside to face that, and then look what happened. He went to get food and get into a car accident and could have gotten killed. No, you coming in the house, I'm probably beating your butt, or you definitely going to get on punishment, some type of punishment. But no, I do not agree with leaving them outside. So
So,
go
of
ahead,
course,
because you
like I
hold your
said,
wait a minute, you hold your
go
lips
ahead.
tight. Go ahead. Oh, I'm
No, no, what? What?
your lips tight, like ready. I got something to
Oh
say. Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
You know. Girl, I'm all about leaving his little behind outside. And let me tell you
No.
why. Because the little boy has a curfew. He has a car. He knows he was supposed to be at home. And let me tell you, I guarantee you, this is what the father said. He said, if you're not home, you're not getting in the house. If you're not home by 1:30, because 1:30 is a really good curfew to me for a 17-year-old. To
Yeah.
me, that's a good curfew. And he
Mm-hmm.
has a car. So obviously this kid he's kind of to me living the good life. You have a 1:30 curfew. Then you come in at 3:30. And I guarantee you, Dad has said, if you do not come in this house at 1:30, you're going to be left outside. So when he came home, if Dad would have opened that door, Dad would have went back on his word, and guess what happened? That little boy wouldn't have paid his dad no attention going forward. Nothing. Now maybe he should have came up with a different punishment. Like maybe he should have said, if you break curfew, I'm gonna take your car or something like that. But he didn't do that. But based on the punishment that he gave him, he said, if you come back here after curfew, I'm gonna take you're not getting in. He knew where the little boy was. This boy was something special because why do you get back in your car and go out at 4 o'clock and get you something to eat? The child didn't even care the fact that he done already missed curfew. He don't even care. This little boy has already decided, okay, and I'm telling you, the only reason everybody is upset is because that boy got into an accident. If he wouldn't have gotten into an accident, nobody would have said anything about this. That child has a problem with making decisions. He's 17. He's not a little bitty kid. He's 17. And he needs to learn to start making better decisions. First of all, now and I can understand, you say about the climate, him being out. All of this could have happened before. Him even being out at 1:30. That's too late to me. But daddy let him be out at 1:30. But if you tell these kids something and you don't do it, they gonna walk all over you. And I just
Okay.
really feel like, and I guarantee you, when we was kids, let me tell you, I have heard that myself. I have heard it. If you not here by this certain time, you will not get in these doors. And I know that y'all know that's old school punishment right there.
Right.
To tell a child,
I agree.
that's old school punishment. And he stood by what he said. Now a lot of us wouldn't have
So
did it. A lot of us wouldn't have did it. But daddy stood by what he said. And I don't fault him for that. I feel like this child should learn something. And it's the child's
so
fault for making decisions like this.
so
And then Lynette said,
look,
yep, lockout, no beat down. Yes. I'm telling you, that's
no,
old
the
school
beat down is
punishment.
real.
Say,
So
keep
let me
your
tell.
butt, get your butt home like you supposed to.
Look, I've been locked out of plenty of times, for sure. Wasn't this climate? It was
That's why you said
plenty
get
of
home. That's why you said
times.
I'm leaving home when I turn a certain age. I'm gone.
Ah, peace. I've been that person. I've been locked out. My mama would say all the time. My daddy didn't really say a whole lot. He let my mama handle it. And I come in, girl, and it's back in the day, back in them 70s.
But you
And
know
I
what?
come home and
Believe it or not, this was going on back then too. Black
oh
folks was
well, yeah,
getting their heads knocked in by it's just that we
oh for
didn't
sure.
see it as much because we didn't have social media. But it was
Right.
just as dangerous back then. And
Oh, I
Lynette
was just going
said
across the
consequences
street.
for poor decisions.
Look, I was just going
Thank you,
across the street.
Lynette.
No, look, I would come home and my mama would have my stuff in a brown paper bag sitting on the porch. Like, don't even think about it.
See, mama didn't play.
So
That
I get that.
my mama
But
only let me in one night because a dog was chasing me. Otherwise, my butt would have been sleeping on the porch. If that
Right.
dog would not have been chasing
I
me,
agree.
that dog saved my life.
Let me tell you. Now, this is where the kid has a car, which means the father, who is seems like the more stern parent, felt he was responsible enough to have a car. So I think this is a one-time situation that the father was standing on business on. I don't think, because usually you're not buying, if your kid is irresponsible, you're not buying them a car. That's just not happening. I mean, in most situations, if he's not good in school, if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, he's not getting a car. I feel like the kid was a responsible kid. He went out. You know how that gets. Curfew come. You ain't even paying attention to curfew because you having a good time. We've all been there. We've all looked up and been like, oh, shoot, I was supposed to have been home. He did not make it home. I get all of that. I get the anger. I'm a parent. I mean, I get it. Been there, done that. So, but I think leaving them outside is just, I don't know. I think in this climate today, I wouldn't have done it.
Think
I just
about this though.
personally.
All that boy had to do was take his butt back, lay on the back seat of his car, and go to sleep.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
then
he
he
should have
realized
done.
he was hungry.
But see, the child is he's emboldened to make these bad decisions. So he decides again he's gonna get in a car and go driving, and then he gets in an accident. So what?
Yeah.
So the kid, the consequences of the actions belong on this child, not the
Yeah,
parent,
I'm not.
because all he had to do was sit in. If you got a car, and I'm sure that's why the dad said you and 1:30 to me again for 17 is late. 2 hours past the curfew is very late. Now, like you
Oh,
said,
for
you
sure.
get caught up, but 2 hours past the curfew is
For
very
sure.
late. So, like, I could see if
Oh,
you
but
say
we
an
know how
hour,
that go.
45
Come on
minutes,
now.
but
At
he
that
was
point,
two
once,
hours. And if you 2 hours late for your
look,
curfew, why you didn't get you something to eat while you was out?
because now I'm rushing home.
Why you rushing? You 2 hours. You already on the street. You know that. He assumed that his daddy was not gonna leave him outside and that he was gonna be able to come in, make noise in his mama and daddy's house at 3 o'clock in the morning, mess up their kitchen, and get him something to eat. That's what he thought was gonna happen. But daddy said, sit your butt down. You're not coming in here. And daddy, I'm sure, assumed that this boy was gonna go back and sit in his car and go to sleep. He got a whole car. He didn't leave him outside. It would be different if he had to sleep on the porch or something like that. He was
Let me
protected.
tell you.
All he had to do was go lay in his car, lock them doors, and go to sleep until maybe 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. What? Another 4 hours? And daddy probably would have let him in the house.
Girl,
Nope,
bye. At daybreak,
nope,
sir, you better be opening this door.
nope.
Let me tell you something. Then it becomes my kid. Daddy or not. I know Rocky know when he did something over the top on punishment, I'm like, you want to fight about my kids? I mean, like, you ain't doing this to my kids. So, no. And as the mama, yeah, me and daddy would have been, sir, let my kid in this house right now.
Look, Lynette
So,
said she would have took the keys, and 12 a.m. was her curfew.
honey, let me tell you, those would have became my kids and my kids only at that point. Sir, if you don't open that door,
But you
we're
know
gonna
what?
have
That would have been your problem too, because you know what?
that would.
Them kids would have learned now. Oh, I don't have to do what Daddy say. I only
That's
have
not
because
true
Mama
though.
gonna get my back. Mama gonna get my back. But look,
That's not true though.
listen,
That's
no,
not
think
true.
about it. Think about this, Jamie. Him staying out. You saying in this climate, him staying out 2 hours past his curfew is just as dangerous
I
as
agree.
him, if you think his daddy not letting him in the house, because even if his dad did let him in the house, he is still covered because he can still go and sit his butt down again in that car and go to sleep. He did not have
Let me
to
tell
go
y'all.
anywhere else. You already in trouble. But
Let me tell y'all.
if your daddy tells you something and you and daddy steps back and say, oh, well, this time I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let him come on in. it's gonna happen over and over and over again. Cause always
I'm
gonna
not
be saying
saying
they
no
gonna saying
punishment.
I'm afraid to leave him out. But he was more dangerous out there at 2 or 3 o'clock because he wasn't at the house. At least when he came home, he was at the house where he should have
I am not
stayed.
saying no punishment. I am not saying no punishment. I am saying when my kid comes home, my kid's coming in the house, daddy or
Mm-hmm.
no daddy. I'm
My kid
sorry.
would have been sitting
We're
right on outside.
we look. We're gonna have the, and I've done that. I mean, I remember what, and we never had these problems. Like my kids knew when either one of us said anything, we were standing on business for real. But I remember one time they were little, elementary school. I think I said that on here before, and they kept losing their key because we weren't home when they came home from school, and so they would have a key, and they, of course, kept losing the key, and I would leave the windows, the bottom floor windows, unlocked so that they could just lift the window and come in. And girl, one day Rocky locked the windows because they gonna, oh no, they're gonna learn that they need to stop losing that key. Sir, when my children walk up to this door, they need to come in the house. It's not their fault we're not home. It's our fault we're not home. We're the parents. I'm locking the door. I looked at them kids and I said, tell you what, come up to the door, and if it's locked, you don't have your key, and the window's locked, bust it. He left that window alone because I was dead serious. They're going to come in this house. That's ridiculous. And
But
I was
that's
serious.
a different age. Think
Bust it.
about it. That's a different age. Those are younger kids. This child is 17 years old. It's not like he's losing a key. He is
I am not
deliberately,
having my
like
kids
we
on
know
the
little kids
street.
are gonna lose keys. This is a 17-year-old who deliberately defied something that his dad
I don't
told him
care
to
what
do.
age. I don't care
Hey,
what age.
it does make a difference in the
I don't care
age.
what age. Come in this house.
Girl,
This is your house. Come in.
he don't pay
Come
no
in.
bill. That little Negro don't pay not one bill. And I'm telling you, if that little boy would not have gotten in an
They don't
accident,
pay no-
I'm telling you, they wouldn't have said nothing. If he wouldn't have got in that accident, they wouldn't have said a mumbling word. The only,
I
and
agree.
I'm gonna tell you the one thing I do think the daddy was really stupid about is worrying about whether or not this boy could play ball again. Now I think that part you should have just left out because that was just dumb. Like, why are you even worried about that at this point?
I do
You
agree with that.
know, I don't even
I do
understand
agree.
that because I feel like that was petty. I feel like
That was
you
ridiculous.
went left on that part. But
That
I
was
do
ridiculous.
support you in your discipline of your child. But for you to even talk about him being
Yeah.
hurt and
It
about
wasn't
him
his throwing
discipline, it
arm.
what his throwing on, like, what are you saying? That's stupid. You just ought to be glad that that child wasn't killed. You know,
Exactly.
so
Let him in the house.
no, don't let him in. Let him go lay his. But look, give him a blanket and tell him to go lay it out in the back seat of that car. Do you need? He's a boy. He could go anywhere. He can go anywhere and use the bathroom because he's a boy. He got good aim. No, I'm just playing.
He can throw, so he should be.
But you know, boys can go to the bathroom in different places that girls can't. So it's a boy. So he had no immediate need to get in the house.
Good point. Would it have been a difference if it was a girl?
Oh, I probably would have let my girl in. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God. That is ridiculous. Oh my God.
You know
Really?
what? Let me take that back. Let me say, I did think about that. I did think about. I said, would I have left my girl out there like that? Could
No,
I have done that?
no.
And maybe as a female mother, I probably couldn't. But I hope my husband probably would have said. But you know, husbands are so light on girls that he
They
probably would
are.
have let her in. And me as the mother would have been like, no, leave her little butt out there.
Oh,
She
absolutely
gonna
not.
learn because she
I'm
is
not
not
keeping
gonna
my
be doing
kids
this
out.
and doing that. But see, we got to be so careful with either way. But like, I don't know. Honestly, let me be honest. I don't know. I don't know if I would have did it for the girl. I know adamantly, without a doubt, I would have did it for the boy because a lot of people say, you treat your boys and your girls the same, but
No, you
I would honestly treat boys and girls different because I feel like they're different and things that can happen to them are different. Even though I know the same things can happen, I just feel like I have a different type of. I feel like women are different from men, period. Like I don't want to
right.
go into war zones. Like I know there are women who
Right.
feel like they want to go into war zones. I'm not as strong as a man. I'm not stupid enough to think that I am. So,
Right.
Lynette said you got to be fair. If it's good for the boy, it's good for the girl. I mean, she
Yeah.
right. I can't take it. She right. I'm just saying,
And
Lynette,
let
I'm
me tell you,
sorry, but
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not, I don't, you know what, and I don't know what that is. I've realized over years that that's something that I cannot do. I cannot have my kids not be able to come into their home. That, I mean, and I realized that early on, like not even this situation with reading this off of social media. When I've always been like this is your home, you are allowed to come in it. I mean, like, I don't
but
care,
you
no
know what?
locked
I
door,
have
no
done that.
nothing.
I have done that. You know, my son. I have had to do that.
Look,
So I'm just saying,
I
I've had to take the stance at some point because like you say, this little boy has a car. I don't know how, he might have just got off a punishment or something. We don't, I don't know the situation with him, but I know that at some point that I have had to, with my son, say, no, you cannot come in. You
oh
cannot
my God,
come in.
I
I
can't.
have to set some type of standards and some type of boundaries, especially because it was me as a woman because his dad lived in another state. So I
Right,
had set some standards and some. Now, the one thing I can say in everything that me and my son have ever gone through, my son has never like been disrespectful to me or anything.
right.
Like he tried one time. I picked up a candlestick and I broke it over his head, and that was it. So
Right,
you know, you gotta do what you
right,
gotta do. So,
right.
but but I, but but sometimes you just have to do what you have to
You
do.
do. I get that. I get the punishment part. I mean, look, I mean, I'm all about, some people are anti putting their hands on people. I've had to bring out the broomstick and say, I will, I'm not playing. I am not that person. Do not play with me. Rocky wasn't much of a punisher as far as like whooping, hitting or not. No, that was all me. Like, don't play with me. We gonna be real clear. But I just drew the line at saying you cannot come in. I just drew the line on that. I don't know why. I just think like this is your house and I
Probably
should not
because you got put out so many times.
probably, but I don't know. I mean, like I didn't
Not
care if
put
they
out.
put
Let me
me out.
say that. Let
Look,
me say that locked out. It's
no,
a difference
put out.
between locked
No,
out
put
and put.
out was it. No, it was
Oh,
put
okay.
out. Look,
Okay.
but but it wasn't no problem because Rocky was standing across the street making sure I got in, and when I didn't get in, I was like, "Here I come with my brown paper bag to wait a minute to hide in his house from his mama." It was terrible, but I just never like I would never like locking. I don't know what that is in me because I didn't care that my mother said I couldn't come home. I just went back across the street. She'd be mad and cuss me out and whoop me and do all that stuff. Who cared? I was still going back over there. That was just how it was. But I don't know. That's just something. When I read that, I went, he like I can't come. He couldn't come in his own house. This is his house.
It
That's
ain't
rude.
his house.
It is his house.
No, he's a boarder.
Now he's a border.
He
He's
is
not
a
a
boarder.
border.
His name is
Oh,
not on anything. Children are boarders.
ma'am.
Children
That
are
is,
boarders.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes,
You
they
are.
are.
Wait a minute. I don't even have high blood pressure, but I think my blood pressure just rose.
Girl, they are boarders. They're what they look. That's what people be saying. Look at my little. My little broke best friend.
Absolutely not.
Children are boarders.
No, ma'am. No,
They
ma'am.
until they get their name on their own,
Oh my
they
God,
just
no.
boarders.
Oh
I
my
am
God.
allowing you into my home.
That father was wrong.
That
W
father stood
R O
business.
N
That
G.
father
He was
said, "This is
wrong.
what's gonna happen. I have to make sure that he knows that when I say something, I mean
Well,
it."
he knows now, sir, because he went out there and got in a wreck and almost got killed, and now
Well,
he's
that
laying
was
up.
his fault. He should have went and laid his butt down in that back seat
No, he should have been in
and
his
went to
bed.
sleep.
He should have. He should have been in his bed. And
He,
like
he
times
would have
where,
been. He would have been in his bed if he'd have got home at 1:30 like he was supposed to,
oh my God, you're mean.
and not 3:30.
You're mean. You're mean.
No,
You're
no,
mean. Yes,
no.
you are. You are mean. You're
Me and
mean.
Lynette, me.
Yes, y'all are. Because there ain't no way in the world I'm putting my children outside and not letting them come in the house. Come
They
in any by any means
were
necessary.
already outside.
You're mean.
No, they
I'm
were
here to
already
tell you.
outside. We're
No,
just extending the time that they're outside.
I'm all for punishment. And I know there's a lot of people that don't believe in corporal punishment. Like I believe it. Because see, I would have let your butt come in, and then as soon as you lay down in that bed, I would have came in there and beat your butt. Woke you up like I've been woken up in my house. My mother was like, oh, what is happening? That I would have done. But I would not, yeah, I'm not a believer of that. I think the punishment was too harsh. I do. I think the punishment was too harsh. And based on that punishment, his child could have been killed out there after he got into that wreck.
No,
Now,
based on the decisions that the child made, the child could have been killed. That child made a decision to leave after he made a decision to come home 2 hours late.
no,
The child is responsible for his actions.
the child is a child. The
The child is
parent is,
17.
he's still a child.
So Lynette
He
says,
is still
"True,
a
I
child.
have never put mine outside, but there will be consequences when you come in."
Right. I'm with that
He
all
hasn't
day.
had to put
There,
hers outside.
I
The
would
verse
just,
said he
I
would have been
just,
safer outside.
right, exactly. There you go, Levert. And trust me, in the future, he just go to a friend's house and call and be like, I ain't coming in and tell them people at work because I know my mama crazy. She gonna beat me down. You know, that would have been my kid. Like, this lady's nuts. So I may as well just send him a text and go, spending the night at such and such's house. See you when you get off work. By then I'm calmed down. I've calmed down. Because I was also a believer in if I can't beat you when it happens, I'm not beating you because I'm not going to wait 20 hours later and be like beating you. My mother used to say, when your father comes home, he's going to beat y'all. And I'll be like, we got to wait all that time. Oh my God. And
Oh
then he
yeah, now
comes
you
home
got
and
to think
really,
about it.
wait a minute. And then he comes home and really do it. And I'm thinking, sir, if you weren't even involved, like,
Really?
right. Like this wasn't your fight. Like how in the world you come in and just beat us? I mean, like what? So that was a rule in our house. Like
That is
there
funny.
would be, yeah, like I was adamant about that. Like if the kids needed a whooping, they gonna get a whooping at that moment. They're not getting a whooping 5 hours later. That ain't happening. Sorry. You know, I
So
mean, it
Jamie,
was,
I think all of your decisions are based on what happened when you were growing up.
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm positively sure. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, girl, I mean, like my father come home the
Wait
next
on
day.
that whooping. You got to think about that whooping all
Yeah,
day.
I'm not, no. I think that's ridiculous. I used to go like that doesn't make sense, sir. You weren't even here. Like, why are you touching us? I mean, oh my God, it didn't make sense. So no, I would not. I'm with you, Levert. The when he came home, the punishment would have been bad. It would have been bad.
Lynette
If
said
he,
they had to wait for their daddy too.
yeah, that's terrible. I don't like
That was an
that.
old school thing too.
That was an old school thing. Yeah, my mother would come home and she'd be like, I'm too tired. But when your daddy get home, I'm like, what? Like, lady, just get it over with. Like, what are you saying? And My daddy come home 8 hours later and we getting a whooping. That don't even make sense. Yeah, I no. That was a rule in my house. I made that. That was a verbal, like I verbalized that. That will not happen with my children. Period. I meant that. I'm telling you, I was like, nope.
Well, give
Anyway,
us your 30 seconds, ma'am.
my 30 seconds. You know what? Kids are little people and they have feelings too, and they make mistakes. And I don't think the child was intentionally doing that. I think we've all been at the party. The party lasts and it's good. Everybody's having a good time, and then you come home late. Yes, do I believe that there should have been punishment? Absolutely. But locking your child out of its home is not the correct punishment for me.
Yeah, and of
See
course,
again.
I feel like the child doesn't. He's not on the. He's not on the deed. He's not making any mortgage payments. So I'm allowing him to board in his room. That he needs to be home in time to be in at 1:30 when I said 1:30.
Oh my
So,
God.
and I feel like this particular child decided even worse to be home late to go ahead and then go out again and make another bad decision. So
Oh
that's
my
just
God.
my opinion. I think the dad did what he should have done. I just think the dad was dumb for talking about the football, but I do think the dad should have stood on business and did what he did because he didn't put the child. It wasn't like the child didn't have anywhere to go. The child could have just went, laid on that back seat, and took him a nap until his dad let him in the house in the morning.
Mm, mm,
See
mm,
y'all
mm,
next week
mm.
before Jamie gets back in.
Ah! Thank y'all for tuning in. Oh my God. It is so funny when we're on opposite sides. It's hilarious. Anyway, but I love it because it gives a different viewpoint. So I get it. But thank you all for tuning in. Like, share, talk some more about it. We hope to see you all next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m.